Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I have a design team video for Coco Vanilla Studios using their new incredible More Than Words collection. Guys, I am so smitten with this one. You know, Bohemian Dream was my jam, as Monica says, but this one here, my gosh, it's got my heart. Like, I just love all of it to pieces. And I know I say that every time they come out with a new one, but jeez, it's so beautiful. Like Zoe hits it out of the park every single time. So let me tell you what I did here. The layout I created here, it's called It's a Wonderful Life. And it's that background floral paper that I'm using. You could see the one with the sketchy kind of flower, that one right there. That one there is called Sketchbook. And then I've got that black floral, and that one is called Gossamer. And then I have that scripty one, and that one is called, which actually I think I used the other side of it. It's called Noteworthy. So here, of course, my glue gun, my ATG tape gun. The tape ran out, so I don't know why I didn't cut this from the video. You guys didn't need to watch this, but I needed to change the tape, and perfect timing. Of course, it stops working and runs out of tape when I'm recording a video, right? Like when else would it run out? So anyway, so I decided that I was going to go with this like layering technique, and I was inspired by something I had seen online, but it was just the way like it was composed, the layout of something, and it had nothing to do with paper. They were probably blocks. I think they were blocks, but they were shapes, and I was like, oh, that would be like a great way to, layer papers. And so I got to work on it. And actually I'm pleasantly surprised in the way that it turned out, because I wouldn't have thought to, be inspired by something that wasn't paper crafting related. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just something random, and I looked at it in a specific way, and I'm hoping to get, inspired like that, like, more often. You know what I mean? It was kind of refreshing that I didn't have to, like, flip through my papers or, take out some supplies to, get inspired, or look on Pinterest, which I use Pinterest, a lot, until something sparks my creativity. Like, it was this way, it was different, right? And I really enjoyed that. So I'm also using pieces from the 6x6 paper pad, and there's this lovely, lovely floral. And it's very similar to that background one, but it's more colorful. It's hard to tell because I only matted the photo with it, but trust me, it's gorgeous. And so for my matting of the photo, I'm going to use some of the cut apart sheet there. That is the what's it called? It's like the 4x6 cut apart sheet that like you would use for Project Life if you do it, or in this case I used it for layering, and I really enjoyed doing that. This sounds very weird. I'm enjoying doing things, but I think that this year I'm taking a bit of a different approach to scrapbooking. I'm not scrapbooking anymore because I have to. I'm actually carving out time during my day to scrapbook because I want to. I want to finish documenting. I'll never be finished, but I mean, I want to document my family's life. I want to document my family. So it's important for me to make the time. Like, we're all very busy. That's life, full-time job, full-time mom, weekends are crazy busy, and I'm actually making the time to do what makes me happy, right? And again, as Monica says, this hobby heals. And this is my creative outlet. This is how I heal myself, amongst other things. This is how, this is how I make myself happy. Is playing with paper and documenting. And I love when my kids flip through my albums. And I love when people come over and my husband pulls out the albums and he's like, hey, you want to see something? And he just, it's embarrassing because I'm very private. But at the same time, it's heartwarming that my husband, a guy who cares, like, does he really care about scrapbooking? Not really. but he knows that it makes me happy, and the memories that I'm preserving for my family make him happy, right? So, okay, I'm going off on a tangent anyway here. But here's the die cut ephemera that I am thumbing through. And I'm just choosing the pieces that I feel fit. And if you see what I did there, I stuck down that tab without sticking down the photo first. So way to go, Lina. And so yeah, and then I decided to, hey, maybe I should glue down my photo before I start adhering things. And so I have to tell you though that adhering my papers and making that kind of a background with the angled sheet there was really difficult to line anything else up. My photo was difficult to line up because I wanted that straight, right? I didn't want it on an angle. I want that to be straight, and or somewhat straight anyways. It's never going to be perfect. And I was too lazy to reach over and grab my T-square ruler because that would have been just way too much work. And so I struggled, but purposely struggled, like I did to myself. It's like I self-sabotaged myself to make myself work harder. Oh, my kid is crying. She'll be okay. She's with daddy. So they're playing, and probably, you know, the big one doesn't want to share a toy, and so the little one gets upset. Even though we mostly buy like two of the same thing all the time, because the little one has gotten to the point where she wants the exact same things as her sister. And of course, within reason, you know, we buy two. And of course, she wants the one that her sister has in her hand, right? Because isn't that what all kids do? So for my title, I'm going to go with that wonderful chipboard title. And I just love it. So I stuck some foam at the bottom of the F there, because the photo, because the chipboard was going to be propped up on the photo, well, partially anyways. I wanted to make sure that it was lying there evenly. And so even lining up this wonderful chipboard piece was, I don't know, I questioned myself. Is it straight? Is it not straight? I don't know. It got to a point where I was like, meh, who cares if it's straight or if it's not straight? I'm getting it glued down and it's getting done, right? So I'm going in now with, these are from Fancy Pants, these letters here, and they're called Goodfellows, and they're like a puffy aqua alpha. So my title is going to be It's a Wonderful Life, because my kids have a good life. Right now we are able to give them everything. They don't go without anything. So, you know, we don't spoil them, obviously, and you have to behave, otherwise you get nothing. But I mean, we go out. We go out for adventures. We, you know, we do the fun stuff, walks, and, you know, like, I mean, they have iPads that they watch, you know, they have a lot of toys, you know, clothing on their back. So these kids are very blessed, and, you know, we've, by the grace of God, been able to give them that life, my husband and I. So see the letters? You know how I'm struggling there? I couldn't line those up for the life of me. Crooked and all, they're on the paper. Okay, so in this ephemera pack, there are butterflies, and I'm loving the butterflies, and I think I've mentioned this in another video. Excuse me. I'm not a butterfly person, but since I've discovered them in the Bohemian Dream, because they're also in Bohemian Dream collection, I have loved using butterflies. And I'm just using them now to accent the page. So I only put glue in the center of them because I like the dimension of, you know, lifting the little wings, lifting its wings, and so it looks like it's in flight. So I'm taking some metallic thread in silver, and I'm going to take a flare button and do what I always do, which is give the flare button a little nest to sit in, gives it a little home, and yeah. And then, let's see, I'm still thumbing around with the ephemera pieces, trying to find more things because it's not Lina if she doesn't just like over embellish, right? So there I go. And let's see. Oh, I'm also going to do something that you guys are going to be impressed. I stamp on the layout, like directly on the layout. I know. I'm not 100% crazy about what I did, the mess that I made, but it looks okay. I didn't scrap this layout. I just, I kept it. And see right there, I kind of missed a part of the hearts there. So this is using the clear stamps that come in the collection, available in the collection. And so I'm just using some black VersaFine ink, and I'm just stamping away. Like, I guess this video is in reference to Monaco a lot. Hey, Mon! But she does it, and she's so brave that she stamps on layouts. And I've always said that I'm going to do it, and I've never done it until this day. Will I do it again? I'm not sure. I think I might take better precautions. Maybe stamp on paper, then cut it out and stick it down. But I did it, and it was very liberating to do. It's silly, but I've always wanted to do it, always been afraid, but I did it. And now I can say that I've done it, and I can move forward. Okay, so lastly, my finishing touch on the layout is that I added some silver distress spray in the silver. And that's it. My layout is done. I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope you guys will come back and watch another one. And I thank you guys all for being here. Love you guys to pieces. Take care. Bye.